Correct? That's what you said, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Andrew, Andrew's the adjudicator of being traditional. Andrew, your verdict.
That would be considered traditional prostitution, not traditionalism in any other shape or form. That's beyond over the top, not in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it might be one of the worst cases I've seen on whatever to date ever. A woman saying, "I'm traditional," and then seeing that's like it's pretty over the top.
Do you want to?
I did it to myself.
You did it to yourself?
Would you sooner say that you're not liberal than like not traditional, or you are traditional?
So what aspects of your personal life, character, would you consider traditional?
Probably my family life, the way I was raised.
Yeah, but that's like you had a traditional upbringing. That doesn't
Right.
mean that you as a person are traditional today. That's what we're trying to get at.
Yeah, I'm not super traditional at all.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Sorry for answering that incorrectly.
All good.
The survey.
Apology accepted.
It's a long
Apology
survey.
accepted.
It is like a survey.
Let's do a couple chats and then we'll come back to some of our notes here. Priya, if you can read these.
Wakanda Forever seems like she's a decent person compared to Shelley Duvall, OnlyFans chick.
Wakanda Forever, I'll take that.
I like.
I'll take that. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Great films.
We have a TTS that's about to come through. I'm just preempting it. Hey, Chill.
The Chill
Thank you, man.
808
Thank you, dude.
donated
Appreciate it.
$100. An excellent wife, who can find, for her worth is far above jewels. Women sold themselves into objectification and look at the worth of a man for pleasure and not his integrity and resolve. Sad.
Sad. Chill 808, thank you, man. Appreciate your TTS. Very much appreciate your patronage. And then we have Priya, if you can read this one.
Priya or Anne Frank, I can offer you TRICARE, disability, and 2 incomes on top. Appealing? ? Brian, you're a beauty as always. Hashtag big labia matter.
Hashtag big labia matter. Thank you, Donald Trump's brown eye. Appreciate it. Who's Anne Frank?
You don't get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, I know who, but who at the table?
That would be the chick who.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sorry.
TRICARE. Wait. So Priya, he's asking you out, and he's asking, I guess, you out. You guys interested?
No thanks.
You don't even know what he.
I am so busy. Too busy
Wait,
for
Nick,
men.
can you pull up video photos of the Giga Chad? Just Google images of Giga Chad. I'll show you a photo of them. You ready for this? Okay. All right. We'll get that going. Oh, while we have that, we have Sean here. Hey, dude, Sean, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Get the rocks. Yeah. Abdul? Yeah, get the rocks. Get the rocks.
Get the rocks. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciated.
I had a question. Your grandfather, who was a preacher, what do you think he would think about the state of your Instagram?
Sorry, I'm like super hard of hearing. Do you care to like repeat?
What would
you-
your grandfather think about your Instagram and
He
your current
knows.
lifestyle?
My family knows. I told my family as soon as I started doing OnlyFans because I didn't want them to think I was actually doing, which they would never think I was doing prostitution. But like I just make a lot to not do that much, considering compared to other people what they do, which I don't care what people do on OnlyFans, but everyone has their niche, and mine is that I came from a Christian family and the Bible Belt, and then went to Florida. Sorry.
Wait, your
I don't think that's a niche.
preacher grandfather knows that you are selling sex on the internet.
What would I
and
do
he's-
live for 7 years? I've been doing it for 7 years, so.
And what does he say about it?
We don't talk about it. He's a real Christian. He doesn't judge me for what I do. He knows that all the places that I've been, I take care of my mom for the last couple years, so like I couldn't do that maybe with a normal job and live in Florida and have all the nice things that I have. So I didn't come from any money.
You think real Christians don't judge?
I think that it's not their place.
Well,
It's not
maybe.
a Christian's place to judge.
I don't judge people, but also I do OnlyFans, so why would I?
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a cope, right? Sounds like you're coping.
Should quote me on it.
So does your grandfather, he knows, and he just, he just doesn't, he's just not a very judgmental type of Christian, your preacher grandfather?
Yeah, it's just definitely not talked about. They know that I took the route of growing a lot of social media, so I've had like 15 million followers.
Loose Pussy Energy donated $100. Holy shite, this girl is fucking haram. Traditional my fucking ass. Brian, Abdul is backing the truck up. He has an appointment with this 304. Hashtag get the rocks, hashtag cat food, hashtag end up alone bish.
What's cat food mean?
So how does this conversation play out with preacher grandfather? Like, walk me through it. You just were like, hey, I'm going to sell sex on the internet. And he was just like, well, okay then? Or like, how does that work exactly?
Like, how did I start? How did I get started?
No. I don't want to hear how you got started. Just curious, your conversation with your grandfather, who's a preacher, right? How does that conversation go? How does that work exactly? When you sit down with him and you're like, hey, Grampy, how you doing? I'm selling sex online. He just didn't care, or?
So essentially, I told my grandmother and my mom. I didn't grow up with a dad. Go figure. Another stereotype about OnlyFans that's normally always right. So, yeah, me and my grandpa, we just don't talk about it. Why would we talk about me doing nude work? Why would I talk about nude work?
Well, I would think that perhaps he would try to talk you out of it.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm a grown adult. I started at 22. Like, I'm 29 now, so I was plenty grown. I wasn't 18, like, deciding, hey, I'm going to do this.
Well, don't you think that a Christian father would at least make the attempt? I know they can't stop it, right, because you're an adult, but wouldn't they make the attempt to talk their children out of doing OnlyFans work?
Yeah, I guess I didn't really give them such a chance to do it. And then I kind of blew up really, really quick on social media. I kind of figured out how to grow really fast. And my stuff just got out there really, really fast. So within a year.
Yeah, but you've been at this for years and years, right?
Yeah, for 7 years.
There hasn't been any opportunity where Grandpa could come over and be like, hey, young whippersnapper, maybe stop selling sex on the internet. That he's never had the opportunity to do that.
Probably. So my grandma, she's like kind of dying. So when my grandma dies, I'm sure that we'll have that conversation, but we're just not close like that at this point because of the fact that I do OnlyFans. Like, how can I have daily conversations or weekly conversations with my grandpa, who's godly, and talk about my life? And my life is what it is. I live in Florida. They don't even want to hear about me going to the beach in my bathing suit. So.
Okay. Now you grew up, you said, without a father. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had 4 stepdads, so even better.
So when you're talking about this grandfather, I'm guessing that it's your maternal grandfather, your mom's father?
Yeah. No, okay. Actually he's not. It's my step-grandpa, so, yeah.
It's your step-grandpa?
Yeah.
And which stepdad number would that be?
My step-grandpa? I mean, my mom didn't get with my grandpa. I don't know if that didn't make sense.
No, I understand your mom didn't get with your grandpa, but if it's your step-grandpa, then your mom got with a man who you then considered his father to be your grandfather. But you said you had 4 stepfathers, so I'm just wondering which in the line you consider step-grandpa to be. 2nd stepfather, 3rd stepfather, 4th stepfather.
No, he was never a father figure. He's 20 years younger than my grandma, so he's like, I guess he's close to my dad's age. I have a dad. I just didn't grow up with him. Like, my dad encourages me to do OnlyFans. So there's a lot of things that are wrong with a lot of people that do OnlyFans, and it's generally the people that are around them. And it's also us.
Hang on, your father encourages you to do OnlyFans?
Yeah, he just wants to constantly know if I'm making more money this month than I was last month. That's all he cares about.
Does he ask you for any?
No, he doesn't ask me for money. He just wants to know that I'm doing well. We just met a couple years ago, 4 years ago, so.
Is this your current stepfather?
You just met your biological father 4 years ago?
Yeah, I told him, I'm 25, I'm gonna die eventually, and you are too, so I'd like to meet you before you die.
So you meet up. So you meet up with your bio dad, and you're sitting down. And how do you spring it on him?
So I told him in text because he lived in Texas and I was in Arkansas at the time, and I just told him, I was like, I know you don't do social media, but like I have millions of followers online, so this is what I do, and that's just what it is. I'm an adult and you don't know me, and basically that's where I was at. But he encourages me. It's crazy.
Just because you're adult doesn't mean that your parents can't tell you like what you should and shouldn't do.
I know. I mean, they could.
Parental advice is warranted throughout your lifetime, regardless of age.
Sure.
Yeah, I was just one last follow up as we're kind of digging into this. Didn't you say that you came from a very traditional Christian family?
Like my grandparents, my mom, she's Christian now. But like when I was growing up, she wasn't so at all. Like she would be like me saying I'm Christian now, you know what I mean? So, but not quite, but the same.
So where does your traditional upbringing come from?
Yeah.
What was that?
Where does your traditional upbringing come from?
My grandparents. So my grandparents have helped raise me because I had 4 stepdads, so I didn't have a super stable home environment.
Your mother's parents?
My mom's mom, and then my grandpa, my step grandpa.
Okay, got it.
So,
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, your step grandpa would be your grandmother remarried, is what that's okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So how long has step grandpa been in the picture?
They've been married, so it's crazy, and she was 38 and he was 18. He was working for her family. I know, but they found God together, and he became a preacher shortly after they got together. She's the only woman he's ever been with. She was married before him because she's 20 years older. I think it's odd for sure. I couldn't be with an 18-year-old man at 38. But that's just me. I don't have the patience, so my grandmother does.
And but step grandpa, he hasn't said anything about this, and step grandpa is about the same age as your father, who supports you in this.
I think my dad is actually older, a couple years, like 1 year older than my grandpa. So.
And you did say you're from a southern state.
Yeah, from Arkansas, Kentucky.
I was thinking that too. I was like, she is from Kentucky though. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with the inquiry there. Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's beautiful. All right, I have a chat here that I missed. From LPE, he said Abdul is back. Oh, hold on.
Grid One
it's Grid One.
Donated $100.
Look at that.
Chick that failed home math figured out how to grow real fast on the internet. Show your boobs. Life on easy mode, with an early expiration date. Her father probably found her on of. Get the rocks.
I have no
Get
boobs.
the rocks. Yeah. Abdul? Yeah. Get the rocks. Get the rocks.
So my only comeback to that is I don't have boobs. If I did, I would probably have grown way faster. I've always been extremely small, about 100 pounds. So that's the only thing that I have to say back to him.
Okay. Well, LPE also wanted me to
Get the rocks.
get the rocks.
Abdul? Yeah. Get the rocks. Get the rocks.
Thank you, appreciate that. Wait, where? Oh, Nick.
rocks, get
Oh,
the
this is for you, and then Priya's in the bathroom. This is Donald Trump's brown eye, who was asking you out. I'm going to show you a photo of him. He submitted a photo of himself. This is him.
It's
Any interest?
fake.
No.
That's fake.
Huh? No, that's real.
Is it real?
Yeah, that's him.
There's such thing as too muscular.
Too muscular. Okay,
there?
sorry.
Yeah.
I tried.
There is.
I tried my best. All right, and then we have, who else do we have? No, I think we're caught up there. Coming back to you, Bree, you also said that so you started OnlyFans when you were 22.
Yeah.
So 7 years ago?
Yeah.
It's only been out for like, what, 8 years? So you
So-
got on that shit early then.
I got on it 2019 when it did pop off.
Oh. Wait, hold on. You said you started doing OnlyFans when you were 22, but you're 29.
I started
So it's-
doing it on Snapchat. So essentially people would do like premium Snap.
Oh,
They still do
okay.
it. I think it's weird because you have to get payment every
Okay,
month.
so you
or
weren't
whatever.
doing OnlyFans when you were 22.
Yeah, I wasn't doing OnlyFans.
I
I
see,
started in
okay.
2019. So I got on there as soon as it popped off.
I see, okay.
So I think that's why I've gotten really lucky because I've really not understood why I do really well.
Okay.
there.
You also wrote that your two exes have both been to jail for battery.
Yeah.
Plus, here you also. Oh, hold on.
Father of daughters donated $100. As a father of daughters, that male figure is not a father. Her mother should be taken in front of a court to answer for her failures as a parent.
I don't know who this chatter is, but he's my new favorite chatter on whatever.
Do you want to respond to?
I mean, I'm a grown adult, and I was a grown adult when I started doing OnlyFans, so my mom has nothing to do with this at all.
I might have been gone, but just to clarify, so your grandfather's a preacher, Christian preacher.
Well, no, her step-grandfather.
Oh, step-grandfather.
He's a step-grandfather.
Yeah, step-grandfather is a preacher, and biological father, who she met 4 years ago, is highly supportive of her OnlyFans career.
Very supportive.
I see. Okay. Huh, interesting. All right. Wait, can we have everybody come back? I don't know, Nick, can you see is Gustavo? Is he in the bathroom? Or? Oh, Priya, you want to come back? All right, let's see. You said that, your two exes, something about mugshots and being arrested? Two of your exes?
Yeah.
You wanted to bring those up, or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a restraining order on one, so I think it would be illegal. And the other one, I'm okay with him. He's okay. He just has drinking problems.
You said that the story of why you moved to Florida in 2020 is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is why I said my little bit about Tinder. I was one of those girls that is from Kentucky and Arkansas, and I would go to Florida, and I'm like, wow, the men are beautiful here. And so I met someone, and I saw him for 3 years long distance, and he was really nice. He was awesome. But I'm pretty giving whenever it comes to if someone's nice or awesome. So I moved to Florida for him, I guess, but I just moved to Florida. And we dated for like 6 months, but he just was awful. He was just really, really abusive. He was like 4 years younger than me. So that could have been where I had a fault. A lot of my exes tend to be younger than I am, because I don't want kids right now at 29 or maybe ever, because naturally.
Because naturally what?
Like, I'm getting old, to have a kid naturally, so like.
I mean.
A little older.
29, you're probably
yeah, when you get to my
fine.
age, you gotta make that decision. Yeah, because
I
already made that decision to like not.
You said the question was, though, you had a story of why you moved to Florida, and it's nuts.
Yeah, so
your ex was abusive. That's the story.
He was just like, I don't know what I can say because you said not to. Like he got 4 felonies for really killing me one day.
TTS Voice Guy donated $100. Lonely, I'm so lonely. I would take any of you.
What the
I've been stuck in this infernal machine. Years now I've been here.
Oh, I get
All
that.
I want is to own the body of a real man and know the touch of a woman. Please, bricks.
That's I kind of think that's pretty funny. It's like meta.
Yeah, the TTS Voice Guy. That's you're acting as.
TTS Voice Guy. This is unprecedented. You're communicating with us. I detect a British accent. I know the women in the UK are not. You know what I mean? Sorry, brother. I think you gotta become a passport pro, dude. Head to Latin America or Southeast Asia. Okay. So wait. Okay. You said like you don't want to get into some of it, but he was abusive. This is the guy who was 6 years younger than you.
He was like 4 years younger than me.
4 years younger than you. Okay. And he was abusive towards you.
Yeah.
Were you abusive towards him?
No.
Because
he was
you
6'4". What am I
you
going to do
said-
to a 6'4" man? That was a quarterback,
I mean,
people do, but like
knife,
I'm not from Memphis. Like,
weapons.
I've never fought. I've never fought someone. I've only ever defended myself. That's it.
Okay, you said 5 out of the 6 of your exes since you were 16 have been physically abusive.
Yeah. And so I know it's not the OnlyFans because I started that at 22, because I question myself. I'm like, why? I didn't watch my mom get abused. I didn't grow up watching my mom get beat or anything. So I don't get it.
You don't have any?
I mean, I have.
No. What?
Sorry.
No, I'm not asking if you have marks. I'm not. If 5 of the 6 of your exes were physically abusive, I mean, that seems to be like a pattern of selection that you continue to make.
Right. Yeah.
Was
it's
there
definitely...
was there mutual abuse?
What was that?
Mutual abuse.
No.
Tilt your mic down a little bit. Just tilt it down a bit. No mutual abuse.
No, I've only ever hit someone one time, and it was my most recent ex, like a year ago. He kept shoving me, and he knows that, you know, I've had someone literally try to kill me. So, yeah, I only hit him because he wouldn't stop shoving me onto the ground, into my water dispenser, into the wall. And I don't like calling the cops. Like, I would rather not. But
Well, you suffer from alcoholism, you said, right? For many years.
Yeah, for a long time. I do still drink on vacation, but other than that, I don't drink in Florida.
So if you're drinking very heavily, and you have these incidences, do you even remember them?
No, yeah, I remember. Yeah, for this most recent one, I was sober. Like, I was like 6 months sober from alcohol completely.
Yeah, but the ones before that, you're 3 sheets to the wind. You know what I mean? And the abuse is only happening on one end, as far as you know.
Yeah, it was definitely one end. I'm not an abusive person at all. I don't like fighting.
In any way? What about other forms of abuse?
Maybe like verbally, if someone's just coming at me, like if you're just coming at me and like my character, you don't know me or something, but like why would someone fight? I'm also like 100 pounds. Like, what am I gonna do? And I've had my ass beat before by men. I would never hit a man.
I mean,
in hopes of being hit back.
Were you ever blackout drunk?
Yeah, plenty. But if you guys did look at my exes, you'll see they have previous charges. Like, they're just abusive men, and it'd be like that. Like,
so
it's
is that
not
maybe
exactly
the pattern?
me. It's that they drank, I drank. That's a big problem, and now I don't drink anymore.
Have you ever, just curious, have you ever friend zoned any guys?
Yeah, a lot. Like every guy I know, almost. Because I hate
do.
men. They terrify me.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said I hate men.
Are you a feminist?
No, I'm really not. Like, I'm really not. I don't know.
Wow.
Ask me.
I'm going to disavow that statement, but so why do you hate men?
I mean, I grew up with 4 stepdads, no dad, like abusive boyfriend since I was 16. Like, you tell me.
But you pick these guys.
Yeah, I did.
There's a pattern here. I'm not, if any of them put hands on you, that's clearly wrong. Should never physically strike somebody. But, well, I mean, in self-defense is fine.
Unless you hit someone first, you know.
Sure,
sometimes,
right.
Like,
but there appears to be a pattern here. You continue, like, again, I'm not saying what these 100% what these guys did is wrong, but you have a pattern of picking these kinds of men.
If they already previously have a track record of being abusive and you know that, why is it that you continue to pursue them?
So I just started doing the background checks, like in the last 2 years. And my most recent ex, he was just supposed to be a friend because my one ex had tried to kill me, and I moved this other guy in that I was friends with in Florida because I was terrified to live alone. I was like, my ex said, I can't live here, you need to get out. So I moved a guy in, and then I ended up dating him because he was the only guy I slept with or hung out with for like a year. And he ended up being abusive. He had never abused someone before me. But he, as far as I know, I mean, I haven't known him his whole life.
Wait,
so.
he never had, you did a background check on him.
He had nothing on him.
No DV. How old is he?
He's 28. So
28.
Yeah.
No history of domestic violence.
No history, yeah.
Ends up in a relationship with you, and then for the first time in his 28 years, DVs with you.
Yeah. I see. So he knew, so like OnlyFans was a big problem for us. He's Hispanic. And his family, like, they didn't know I did OnlyFans the entire time we lived together. Like, they couldn't. Which is fine. I understood. So he had massive issues with it. He wanted to marry me for some reason. He's very contradictory. So, yeah, it was a lot of issues.
How was he contradictory?
Like the fact that he wanted to marry me, but he hated the fact that I did OnlyFans. But he also got to live for free, go on free vacations, get everything for free.
Sure, but I think a natural progression in a relationship would be him wanting you to be, I know that you weren't like sexually seeing anybody else, but, or at least you say you weren't sexually seeing anybody else, but you giving your body up to random men on the internet is a form of infidelity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a natural progression if he wants to pursue a more serious relationship with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that he should avoid OnlyFans women if he doesn't want to be with an OnlyFans woman.
Well,
like,
when he met you, he knew that, right?
100%.
So are you saying that the DV was precipitated by the conflicts of you doing OnlyFans?
I think most of it had to do with drinking. Like, he was never violent when he did not drink. Never. He was never violent when he didn't drink. My other exes, they were, but he wasn't.
I have a question for you. Is there any...
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $100. Born in South, I have seen your type before. It will be painful, but you need to change your life. Stop the even chasing the easy life. Go to church in a meaningful way and get some help. Be better.
Thank you, Grid 1. Do you want to respond to Grid 1?
Yeah, that was a good comment. I do therapy with 2 different therapists every week. So I am getting help.
2 different therapists?
I have 2 different therapists.
And you see them once a week, every week?
Nickelodeon
yeah, so
donated
twice a week,
$100.
2 different people.
Do you like being slapped and choked in bed? Perhaps there's an Amber Heard support group.
Do you want to respond?
I like dark humor.
What? That's not the question. Do you?
I know, but my response would be dark
sure.
humor.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that shit.
You like being hit?
Yeah, I love it. And my family says that that's why men hit me, because I let them choke me in bed. But that's insane.
Do you think? Do you think that the alcoholism is a form of self-medication for another type of mental illness, perhaps, that you're now being treated for?
You mean like bipolar, like something like that? Is that what you mean?
Something like that, yeah.
Like I've been diagnosed. So part of the reason why I got sober for 6 months was because of the fact that I drank so heavily. My therapist didn't feel confident to try to give me like BPD or bipolar without me being sober for 6 months to see how I was sober. You know what I mean? So I have like general anxiety, depression, just things like that. Things that most people have.
So apologies if you've already addressed this, but why did you break your sobriety? If you don't want to get into it, that's really fine too.
No, there's not really a so reason.
Cable 11 donated $100. Just
Yeah,
get
what
the
is
rocks
get the
again.
rocks?
Sean
that
on
mean that
point.
they're-
Get the rocks.
Like to like.
Abdul,
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
get the rocks. Get the
It
rocks.
is?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Cabled. Thank you for the TTS. Appreciate it. Wait, hold on. So, okay, you said, has there been 5 out of your 6 past exes were physically abusive?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any sort of self-awareness of you being the common denominator here?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
and the
so
drink, like a
do
lot
you
of drinking
instigate?
too. Like I stand up for myself. Like
Again, I'm not
don't-
saying if they're hitting you, that's 100% wrong, but you're not ever initiating any sort of
Verbal confrontation.
either verbal or physical.
No, I don't start
There's
fights
a
for no
correction.
reason.
He's saying if they are hitting you, that's 100% wrong. That's what, just clarifying that so it doesn't get clipped out of context.
Oh, what did I say? Did I say it's fine?
You're saying, I'm not saying if they're hitting you, it's 100% wrong.
Oh, so yeah, okay. Thank you.
Just clarifying.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that, Andrew. I misspoke. It's 100%. It's wrong that they're hitting you.
But like you don't like maybe like push someone past their point with maybe using your words even.
What was that?
Yeah, like do you start verbal confrontation that might cause situations to escalate?
Yeah.
Not really. Like if someone, for some reason, so for me, I've always kind of felt like the man, which I have made more money in the past than my exes. But
Is that
And would you have contempt for your partners for their lack of success or ambition
Yeah, I don't
as
care.
compared to you? You don't care?
I literally
Okay.
don't care what a man does. I've dated all different types of people,
Okay.
different salaries.
So is alcoholism kind of the common denominator with all your past partners? Is like heavily drinking?
Do you-
Is
It's
that
been a
kind of
massive-
do you
correlating?
tend to meet them out while you're drinking? Like, are these like people you party with? Like,
most of them are from Tinder, which is really awful. I know.
So do these physical confrontations occur when you guys are both drinking heavily?
intoxicated?
No.
No,
Okay. No. So, yeah, my exes. We both drink a lot. 2 years ago, that's whenever I started slowing down. 2021. Before that, I do OnlyFans. I kind of hate it. I've always hated it. My family hates it. But I just made
Drinking or OnlyFans? Drinking or OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. I don't hate drinking. I like drinking.
So you
I like to drink.
So you hate doing OnlyFans?
Yeah.
But you do it anyways?
Yeah, just like I make a lot of money. Like I've been so many places I make a lot, and I've been a lot of places I've never would have been able to go.
You hate doing OnlyFans?
Sure.
I've hated it forever. I hate it. I hate how people look at me.
The Bronasons donated $100. Shadowside looks super uncomfortable sitting next to Shelley Duvall. This OF chick is a manipulator and will ruin your life. Gustavo, banish this harlot to the Shadow Realm. Bring on the comet.
Oh, hold on. Sending the comet incoming. Any thoughts on the...
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm thinking about her situation mostly. I think maybe it's what you're looking for in men as you were dating. What have you thought of a pattern of which men that you've dated, what you've actually looked for? Because without having that father figure, you're probably searching for something and you're triggering this abusive type thing that people have. Like, are you trying to find someone to protect you and you're unfortunately getting these
opposite?
Yeah.
I think it would be nice to feel the love that, I never felt from my dad. And maybe it would be great to find someone that would definitely really want me to quit OnlyFans, and having the father figure that really encourages it.
But I want to know is what patterns...
Well, that doesn't sound like you hate men anymore.
Yeah.
A few minutes ago you said you hated men, and now it sounds like you're desperately seeking the approval of one.
Doc Vinably donated $100. Bree, men who are okay with dating OF models are not healthy prospects. Maybe you are the one who needs to quit OnlyFans and start engaging in healthy behavior. Yeah. You will attract healthier men.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair point, but I don't think simply by virtue of her doing OnlyFans that's justification for domestic violence. But.
But also,
thank you, Dr.
You did just contradict yourself a little bit because you have a big issue with...
Christ is Lord donated $100.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate
Sexual immorality with lack of self-control is evidence of our society's moral decay without God. All of us are under an authority greater than ourselves. Is our society evolving or unraveling?
By the way, that was trending on Twitter today.
This
Christ
question?
is King. So I wanted to also say to this super chatter, you're absolutely right. Christ is Lord. So
absolutely.
did want to reaffirm that great super chat name.
No,
Society
but
is unraveling. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. You did say that I think it was your most recent ex. You said that he wanted to marry you, but had a problem, but wanted you to quit OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And you just said that you would love to find a man that would want you to quit OnlyFans and settle down. And
that man would never take care of me. Like if we would go out,
your previous.
Yeah,
boyfriend.
like I would love a man that could take care of me. Like we would go out, especially when we were just friends, and he would try to drag me from the bar, and he would end up getting in fights because he's trying to make me leave and things like that. And like I'm not trying to leave, but we weren't dating. Like we were just strictly friends. I just needed a male in my life because I was terrified to stay in Florida, but I didn't want to leave. You know what I mean?
Do you think some of your fear is what's attracting some of these men?
Probably. It's probably.
So maybe you should start seeking out men that want to essentially provide for you and take the
instead of letting you provide.
Yeah. It's hard for me to do that because like growing up without a dad, like I never had the male to rely on. So like I just have been the male. You know what I mean?
Sure. But that's something you kind of need to reflect on and realize that you need to make some behavioral changes.
Yeah, right.
Again, not saying that anything that you have done has provoked or like rightfully caused anything that's happened to you, but I think that you need to start reflecting on your behaviors to attract the sort of man that's not going to behave in that negative way.
Right.
Yeah, because
if we were to ask all your exes who you've had issues with, would they agree with your assessment that you've never been abusive?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think
100%.
they would agree?
Yeah.
If we were to ask your exes what you did wrong, what do you think they would say?
I guess it depends on which ex. You know what I mean? The first one was at 16. The last one was at 28. So there's different problems within each one.
Okay. How about the most recent one?
I traveled a lot. Like, he didn't like traveling. He was very bland, and I hate to say that because we're still friends, but like, he knows he's bland. He didn't want to do anything but drink and go to the beach, and that's it. And that's why he lives in Florida.
What a legend.
So, wait, this man was physically abusive with you, and you're still friends with him?
Like, I'm cordial with him. Like, he stopped drinking. He's been doing therapy. I'm all for if someone can do better. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes two people together just bring out the absolute worst.
Yeah.
And like, I have a really, really strong personality. So, and most of the people that I date have really strong personalities.